Howdy folks, it's Jimmy again, bringing you the first installment of the special Counter Etiquette series for 2 minutes with Jimmy and Jeweler. Without further ado, first I want to ask you, how good are you at greeting your customers? What score would you give yourselves? You see, greeting the customer is that first impression of you that can create either a memorable or non-memorable experience. So let's make it memorable. Now, studies have shown that people tend to walk right when entering a building. Why? Well, I don't have time to explain, but in general, people walk to the right, and I'm sure it's the same for you guys in Australia and New Zealand. That's why jewelry store designers will tell you that this is where your featured items should be. But I also think it's where you should be when greeting a customer, not sitting down at a desk or behind a counter somewhere. You should be within 10 to 20 feet of the customer, preferably standing on their side of the jewelry counter. How you get there is up to you. Whether you have an up system where you take turns waiting on customers, or if you have a project you're working on in that area, and then carefully put it away in a safe place when the customer walks in. They don't mind if you're working on something and putting it away, but what does send the customer a wrong message is seeing you get up from a seated position. It gives them more of a feeling like they're disturbing you or putting you out in some fashion. Next, your greeting. This should include your name as well as an open-ended question. Now, these are questions that require more than a yes/no answer. Oftentimes, I will ask a non-salesy question that pertains to something particular with a customer, such as, oh, what year is your Lexus? Or where did you get those shoes? Questions like these can be a compliment and really open the dialogue for customers. And then I'll usually ask, so what brings you in to see us today? Or what special occasion are we commemorating? These are great questions that allow the customer to tell you a story that you need to provide them exactly the item of jewelry that they're looking for. So there you have it. Greet your customers purposefully and you will build great relationships. Check us out here next time at jewelermagazine.com. You can also learn about my weekly jewelry store training videos at jewelrystoretraining.com. Well, my 2 minutes is up. Have a beautiful day, and remember, give your customers a memorable greeting and you're on your way to great relationships.